How does the slider Carousel Builder work? This is the main interface of the slider, here on the sidebar. From the sidebar here, we click on Slides. Then the first thing we do is click Add New Slide. From here, we select the images we want to add. For example, I already have some image links ready. On my website, I'll take this link. Like this. Then I click Load, and everything loads fine. Here I write the slide name, for example Slide 1. And here I write the slide description, and here we add the URL link. If we want the slide to open a link when clicked, we put the link here in the URL field and write any link we want. For example, canva.com, and here we choose how the link opens. This link can open in a new window, or in the same window, but it's better to open a new window so it doesn't close our dashboard. Then we click Save Slide, and it appears like this. We'll start adding all our slides, the same steps again. We take the link, paste it here, click Load, and write Slide to and Slide to description. If we want to add a link, we can. If we don't want to, that's fine. Then we click Save Slide. Now we'll continue adding the rest of our slides. I'll speed up the video so we can add them faster. Then we'll continue to see how to edit our slides. Alright. Now we've finished all the slides. Everything is added. This is how it looks. There's a timeline as you can see. It's running automatically with autoplay enabled. If we hover over it, the timeline stops. When I move away, it continues playing. Same thing if I hover here or here. If I click any slide, it opens. The link attached to it. Clicking here takes me to the link I connected to this slide. For example, I link canva.com to this slide. Now let's go back. Here it shows the slide preview. You can preview it for desktop, tablet, or mobile to see how it will look. Here, if we want to rearrange or drag and drop the slides, I can take this slide and move it here. Or take this one and place it here as you like. Or I can move this slide here whatever arrangement I want. The order updates instantly in the live preview. Here in the live preview, you can see the updated order. Okay, now when we click on Design, here we can change the caption background color and the caption text color. So, if I want to change the caption color, for example, I set it to red, then I go back to the slide. And I can see the background here change to red. Exactly as you see, it becomes a red color. If I want to adjust the transparency to 100%, I go back and check yes, the transparency is fully applied. Here we can change the caption text color. If I want to switch it to white, I can do that, or choose any color I prefer. Right now it's white, but I can set it to black or any color. Then here we have the button color. It's the button inside the caption. If I want to change its color, I can do it from here. For example, I can set it to a blue color. Like this, I'll choose blue. Now, this blue button appears only when the slide has a link. If the slide has no link, there will be no button. So the button only shows when the slide is linked. Here we have the dot colors, the dots underneath the slider. If I want to change their colors, I can do that easily. There's an active dot color and an inactive dot color. We can change both from here. And here we have the slide background color. This is the background of the entire slide. If I change it to a solid color, for example, it updates the whole slide background. If I want to make it transparent, I simply click transparent, no background color at all. Here we can adjust the slide height and the gap between slides. The gap is the space between each slide. For example, if I set it to 50, the gap becomes 50, but since the background is transparent, it might not appear clearly. If we switch back to gradient color, the gap becomes visible again. So I can set it back to its previous value. And here we have the border radius. I change it however I want. So if I set the border radius to 50, as you see, the border changes completely. Everything updates instantly. If I want to reset everything back to default, I click Reset to Default Settings. A confirmation pops up. Are you sure you want to reset all settings to default? After clicking Reset, everything goes back to normal. As you see, the slide returned to its original state. If we want to reset from here as well, we can use this button, same function. Now let's move to the animation settings. Here we have the auto slide speed. This controls how fast the slides transition. If we reduce it like this, you'll see the slides move much faster. From here, we can adjust the show time circle position. Left, right, or center. If I choose left, it appears here. If I choose center, it moves to the middle. And if I choose right, it appears on the right side. So these are the animation-related options. Now in display, we have more options. If we want to hide the caption, we simply uncheck the box. As you see, the caption is now hidden. If we want it back, we go to Display Style and check it again. For the navigation buttons, if we want to hide them, we uncheck the box, and they disappear. The same goes for the dots under the slider. Just uncheck the box, and the dots are removed. You can turn them back on from the checkbox. Now for the carousel direction. We can set it to left to right LTR or right to left RTL. Right now it's LTR, which means left to right. If we want RTL, we switch to the RTL option. Then the whole slider direction flips. It becomes RTL right to left. These are most of the available options in the slider.